That's a good cancer to have. Cancer isn't as hard as it used to be. You're so brave. If anyone can beat this, you can. God gave you cancer for a reason. Let's talk about the hard stuff today. The stuff you shouldn't say to somebody who has cancer, who's been newly diagnosed with cancer. There are some things where it's just best if you don't say anything at all, rather than say these things. When I was diagnosed with cancer in January of 2021, melanoma skin cancer, I heard many of these things, not all these things, but many of these things, and I was just like, what? No, this isn't appropriate to say to someone with cancer. Why are you saying this to me? And I honestly think it's because people don't know what to say. So they just say something, or they say something they've heard other people say. Rather than sitting in the pain and the discomfort, it is difficult to sit with someone in their pain and their discomfort and just sit there in silence. We're not good at it, let's face it. My husband is one of those very few people who can sit in the grief, in the pain, in the discomfort, and just sit there with you. He's excellent at that. I kind of envy that about him because I am a talker, and it's been years for me to realize that I can just sit in silence with someone. Who am I? I'm Melanoma Mom, also known as Sean. Welcome to my channel. This is the place where I'm cataloging my journey of life after my cancer diagnosis, what that means, skincare reviews, UPF clothing reviews. I got this shirt, trying out Patagonia for the first time. I have a haul coming up. Have you heard these things before? That's a good cancer to have. Cancer isn't as hard as it used to be. You're so brave. If anyone can beat this, you can. Then there's also the for my Christian friends out there, which I am also Christian, God gave you cancer for a reason. It's only one spot. Oh, I've had that before. My doctor said it wasn't a big deal. I get those all the time. Back in my time, we called those sunspots. You'll get through this. God has a plan for you. Have you heard any of these? Oh my goodness. Okay, let's talk about some of these and why you shouldn't say them to a skin cancer patient or any cancer patient. Let's deep dive. When people say that's a good cancer to have, in reference to melanoma skin cancer, no cancer is good to have. And melanoma skin cancer is the worst skin cancers because it doesn't just appear on your skin, it can be in your organs too. It's like a silent, deadly skin cancer. There's no symptoms. I had no symptoms of skin cancer. I didn't feel bad. Like, I wasn't sick. I guess I had always assumed that if you had cancer, you would know it because you would feel bad. I did not feel bad. Nothing about me felt bad. And I had skin cancer. So, the other one, cancer isn't as hard as it used to be. Okay. What? Have you had cancer? No. Then why are you saying that? Although I have heard people who have cancer, specifically skin cancer, say this, thinking that it's a comfort. When you're newly diagnosed, or you've just been told you have skin cancer or a reoccurrence of skin cancer, to be told that it's not as hard as it used to be is a bunch of crap. Because there's mental games. Yes, the science, and there might be better therapies out there, but there's no, like, you don't immediately get to see like a counselor or a therapist when you're newly diagnosed with skin cancer. They don't send you, the doctors don't refer you to a therapist, which I honestly think they should, because fear goes through your brain. The what ifs, I have no idea what even skin cancer means. Is it somewhere else in my body? What is the percentage that it will come back? You start thinking about your family. I've done a whole video on my diagnosis and how I felt. I'll link it down below, all the feelings that came up when I first was diagnosed. If anyone can beat this, you can. Okay. What does that even mean? What does that mean? I have no idea what that means. If anyone can beat this, you can. Like, somehow I am greater than all other human beings. I am super powerful. Cancer can't touch me. No. What does that even mean? That means nothing. Don't say that. It's only one spot. Now, someone has said that to me before. It's only one spot. Okay. But it could be elsewhere. Sure. I only had one melanoma spot here, but do you see how many? I've had, what, at least seven more biopsies done since then of precancerous spots that could come back at any moment. The statistics say that within over the next 2 years are like, I don't know, a ridiculous 80 to 90% chance that I will get melanoma skin cancer. Another melanoma will be found. Have they found the first one? Melanoma can appear in your kidneys. It can appear in your brain. It can be in your eye. It's silent. It's like a silent killer because you don't know it's there, because you don't get symptoms. Our skin is the largest organ on our body. So to have a cancer that attacks the largest organ on our body, that's a pretty big deal. It's not just one spot. It could be another spot down the road. Okay. And that's not like, me speaking about this is not me having unreasonable fear. That was another thing I taught was, don't worry about it. God will take care of it. I feel like it's pretty legitimate to worry about cancer. Am I right? Let me know in the comment section. I feel like when you are told you have cancer, that's a pretty legitimate fear. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. Oh, I've had that before. My doctor says it's not a big deal. Well, I'm sorry. That's your doctor. Are you sure it was melanoma and not something else? Cancer is cancer. It's all a big deal. Maybe your doctor downplayed it because you downplayed it, right? Or they didn't know what to say either. Doctors aren't perfect. Doctors don't always know the right thing to say either. It's not fair to downplay somebody else's cancer if you are okay with your own cancer. Don't invalidate somebody else's experience with cancer. Because somebody said that to me. They had many bouts with melanoma cancer, and they're like, it's not a big deal. This person was in their 70s, late 60s, early 70s. I'm 41, was diagnosed at 40. I feel pretty young. I'm only half of my life, less than half of my life, because I think I'll live to like 93. It is a big deal. God gave you cancer for a reason. Excuse me? Okay, I am a Christian. Many of you don't know this because I just formed this channel, but I have a Master's of Divinity degree, okay, which is basically your pastor degree, but I'm not ordained. And devout Christian my entire life. I'm sorry, God does not give people cancer. Cancer is crap that just happens because we're in an imperfect world. And bad things happen to good people all the time. God does not give people cancer for a reason. What? That's like saying your child was killed in a car wreck and God has a reason for that. Excuse me? I'm sorry, but I believe in a loving God, and a loving God does not give people cancer, does not cause people to die. I believe in the God of the New Testament, not the God of the Old Testament. Okay, not going to get preachy on you, but this one really irks me. Or the similar response, God has a plan for this. Okay. Again, I don't think God plans out tragedies. I don't think God sends hurricanes to devastate people. I think God lets the world be, and unfortunately there are consequences for reactions, and the consequence for me getting skin cancer was that I failed to put sunscreen on and protect myself from the sun's harmful UV rays. Now, the sun's harmful UV rays are getting stronger because of pollution, in my opinion, which is humanity's issue that caused the pollution and the breakdown of, I don't know all the science, but because we have pollution, the UV rays are getting stronger from the sun. Again, that is a man-made problem, and the consequences of me not protecting myself well enough from the harmful UV rays. That is not a God issue. God did not cause my skin cancer. It just blows my mind that people think that is comforting to tell me. That's not comforting. That's not comforting at all. I'd rather you not say anything. Oh my goodness. Let me know what people, off-the-wall crazy stuff people have said to you when you've told them you've had a cancer diagnosis. Let me know in the comment section below.